бля!
Okay.
I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Сука, бля!
Welcome back to another video. So, you guys remember about my Swift Nerf sniper video, and make sure you guys go check that out, cause I did a review on the Worker Swift, and it's actually my Nerf sniper. So the Worker Swift have been out for about, let's say, around 6 months, 7 months, and yes, I've made a review about it. I spent it. I mean 380 PV on it, so yeah, that's a lot of money. And yeah, there's a bit of a tweaking going on also, and I did a bit of a modification and changed a bit of a parts. So right now it's in the current different configuration, so I decided to make a video and tell you guys something interesting.
Yeah, boy.
I pretty much don't want to make a video about it, but until I saw something interesting about it. So if you guys don't know how my Swift looks like, so I've very huge blaster, and this is how it looks like. I used this in a Saber game, and yeah,
That's quite big.
I didn't change the configuration, so
Impressive.
it's around 240, 250 FPS. But currently right now it's capable of hitting 300 FPS, which is really high. 300 FPS is about the max FPS limit for Nerf. Not so sure about the holes. Not so sure because different holes has different limits, but mostly Nerf is 300 FPS. So as you can see here, this is my Swift. It's really huge blaster here. I want to tell you guys about the SU issue. So this thing here has 0% SU, but there is a chance that it can hit 300 FPS. So later you can actually check it out. So yeah, here's the thing, alright. So when I first bought this blaster, the person at the store said that actually you must kind of improve the SU so that the dart can fire out. But because the O-rings were shit, and we actually did this thing called a plunger head mod, where we basically add Teflon under the plunger, the plunger head O-ring to make it much more thicker, so that the plunger head O-ring touches the wall of the plunger tube, so it creates a seal. But apparently I keep doing a lot of and I thought that it would actually bring more, it will give me more velocity, but in reality no, as I got it from my friend. Yeah, he gave it to me for free, and I cronied it, and it was a plot twist. I thought that my velocity was shooting like what, 270, but apparently I was getting very low velocities. Then after that I decided to check again, and right now it's okay already, because I actually removed the plunger head, the plunger head mod, and it was hitting much more higher velocities, and the results was surprisingly good. And also I want to talk about it is that actually I also did change a bit of a O-ring configuration also. So yeah, so speaking about, right now I'm going to show you guys the crony for the this 9 kg setup here, and then later I'm going to show you guys the O-ring configuration. Okay, let's go guys. So as you can see right here, I have this bamboo dart here, and it's really easy to prime. So, in here, and I got a crony right here. And it's hitting 194. Yeah, and it hits 203. It's 199, so it's about 200 for now. Of course, like around most of the time when I crony it hits above 200. So it hits around 220. I'll show you guys the crony results obviously. Previously or yesterday I crony it. So yeah, it's hitting 226. So with this light fine, it feels like 9 kg with the latest screen, and it hits 200 plus FPS. Really good, not gonna lie. And so right now I'm gonna show you guys the own configuration. So the thing is the plunger tube first, obviously. As you can see right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. As you can see, there's not really a lot of friction, and you guys can see actually that the plunger head O-ring is not touching the walls of the plunger tube. So yeah, it's definitely not touching. So as you can see right here, when you first buy the Switch, there will be 2 O-rings, but I only use one. One is to release friction so that I don't get vacuum, cause apparently I use one O-ring is much more better and it prevents the vacuum. So really good results. Really impressed with just one O-ring also. Right now I'm going to show you guys the much more reliable O-ring that I use for the back end O-ring of the pusher. As you can see, there is this O-ring there. So when you first buy the Switch, you most likely won't get the black O-rings. You mostly get the green or the red one. You first came in with the green one because of Chinese laws, and then you have to change it by your own self with the green ones. Apparently the green ones was really good, but the thing is that the O-rings that came with are too loose, so it was actually kind of too loose, and eventually when I was using it in obviously a game in Saber, and it actually like around the last round, the second last round, the O-ring, the back end O-ring came off, and yeah, no seal, and it kind of sucks, and eventually I was jamming my blaster. So to prevent that from happening, I need to have a much more tighter O-ring, much more like smaller, so I used the black one that came with. I bought this in Black Tactical, so they apparently give me three free black O-rings that works, that is much more thinner. So I basically add Teflon tape, as you can see. So I did a plunger head mod, kind of like a plunger head mod I guess, or the back end, I don't know, whatever you call it. So I add some Teflon tape underneath it, so to actually kind of make it much more thicker, so there will be a legit seal. Other than that, you'll be much more better now because it's much more tighter and it's not loose, so it won't came off again and in game when I use it in game. So as you can see right now, you can actually put it back together pretty fast.
Yes.
Oh my god! Wow!
Now that's a lot of damage!
Oh my god! Wow!
Yeah, so this is basically kind of like an update video of my worker Swift, cause I actually just found something interesting, so yeah, why not share, as it's really hard to get the worker Swift to hit 300 FPS with even just the 1.6 spring and the longest barrel. Because I think so a lot of people make a mistake on dealing with the air seal, but actually I think so you're not supposed to deal with the air seal. So because when you add the plunger head mod, it kind of adds friction, so it can't, your plunger head mod, your plunger head cannot move because the plunger head O-ring is too thick. So yeah, so in summary, obviously I would just want to tell you guys that plunger head mod is not everything, and plunger head mod can actually destroy your blaster. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I think so it's a pretty long video, and yeah, I guess that's it guys, and peace.